It's a matter that has dragged on for over 5 years in the courts, with the country's highest court now ruling in favor of coastal communities and environmental conservation organizations. The case stems from an exploration right granted in 2014 for oil and gas exploration of South Africa's wild coast, along with a controversial attempt to renew the license. Handing down the judgment, Constitutional Court Justice Jody Colapan was scathing regarding the potential environmental impacts of seismic exploration, as well as the complete lack of proper consultation with local communities.
It notes that consultation is not merely about the opportunity to express a view or influence an outcome. On a more fundamental level, regardless of whether the product of consultation has any effect, it is a process which affirms human dignity by affording a seat at the table to those whose lives and livelihoods may be impacted by decisions. The appeal is dismissed with cost, including cost of due counsel, to be paid jointly and severally by the appellants. 4, the first to the fourth respondents jointly and severally must pay the applicant's cost in this court. 5, each party must bear their own cost in relation to the application, insofar as it relates to the Supreme Court of Appeal's failure to determine the applicant's cross-appeal in that court. 6, each party must bear its own costs in relation to the application in terms of Rule 20. Judgment is handed down.
This was welcomed by environmental groups that served as applicants in the matter.
Today, the Constitutional Court really vindicated the rights of the communities and my clients, which have been opposing this matter for more than a decade, and ultimately said that the right was granted unlawfully, and the Supreme Court of Appeal were not entitled to create the remedy that they did. So it's a resounding and really a watershed victory for all communities.
Something that was really exciting about this case is that it reminded us that consultation is not just a process, but it's something that affirms human dignity and takes into consideration the livelihoods, the cultural, religious, and environmental concerns related to decisions like this.
The fishing communities in the coastal town of Port St. John in the Eastern Cape say they welcome the Constitutional Court's judgment.
This was going to be a disaster and very tragic, as they would have stopped us from fishing and moved us from this place we call work. We've seen this before.
The way that this would have affected me, it would be like losing my mind. Like my mind is being taken away from my body because I regard the ocean as a parent. I take it as an educator.
It's now back to the drawing board for Shell, which was unavailable for comment, while the Department of Mineral and Petroleum Resources says it's studying the judgment. The Wild Coast communities urging others not to be shy in mounting legal battles against big corporates in matters that affect their right to dignity and their right to a life, with the Concord clear on the just and equitable remedy in bringing finality to this long-standing matter. I'm Katlego, Legodi for SABC News at the Constitutional Court in Johannesburg.